Next is picture code text. A drawing of some simple action is shown. The test text write a brief sentence. Picture description. Picture sequence description. Vocabulary assessment text. Ordering text. Ordering or reordering a scrambled set of words into a correct sentence. Next, short answer and sentence completion text. Limited response writing text. Issues in assessing responsive and extensive writing. Responsive writing creates the opportunity for test takers to offer an array of possible creative responses within a pedagogic or assessment framework. Test takers are responding to a prompt or assignment. The genres of text that are typically first is short reports, next responses to the reading of an article or story, summaries of articles or stories, brief narratives or descriptions, and interpretations of graph tables and charts. Responsive and extensive writing. First, there is authenticity, two scoring, and the three is time. Four major topics will be addressed. First, a few fundamental text types at the lower, responsive end of the continuum of writing at this level. 2. A description and analysis of the test of written English as a typical time impromptu test of writing. 3. A survey of methods of scoring and evaluating writing production. 4. A discussion of the assessment qualities of editing and responding to a series of writing drafts. Next is designing assessment text, responsive and extensive writing. The first is paraphrasing and the second is quiet questions and answer. The three is paragraph construction text and the four is topic development within a paragraph. And 5 is development of mind and supporting ideas across paragraph. Next slide is strategy options. First, attending to text. 4 types of text are commonly addressed in academic writing course. There is compare, contrast, problem solutions, pros or cons, and cause or effect. 2. Attending to genre. The genres of writing that were listed at the beginning of this chapter provide some sense of the many varieties of the tests that may be produced by a second language learner in a writing curriculum. Next is responsive and extensive writing. The first, holistic scoring. A single score is assigned to an essay which represents a reader's general overall assessment. The advance is fast evolution, relatively high reliability, the fact that scores represent standards, the fact that scores tend to emphasize the writer's and applicability to writing across many different disciplines. And there is disadvantage. One score makes difference across the sub-skills within each score. No diagnostic information is available. The scale may not apply equally well to all genres of writing. Writers need to be extensively trained to use the scale accurately. Next slide is primary trait scoring. In summary, a primary trait score would assess the accuracy of the outcome of the original or summary, the clarity of steps of the procedure and the final result of lab report, the description of the main features of the graph or graph description, the expression of the writer opinion. There is analytic scoring. As many as 6 major elements of writing are scored, thus enabling learners to hone in on weakness and to capitalize on strength. Next is assessment of initial stage in composing. First, focus your efforts primarily on meaning, main idea, and organization. Comment on the introductory paragraph. Make general comments about the clarity of the main idea and logic or appropriateness of the organization. Third, as a rule of thumb, ignore minor or local grammatical and lexical errors. Indicate what appear to be major global. Do not rewrite questionable, ungrammatical, or awkward sentence. Comment on features that appear to be irrelevant to the topic. The final slide is assessment of later stages in composing. Comment on the specific clarity and strength of all main ideas and support ideas and on argument and logic. Call attention to minor or local grammatical and mechanical errors, but direct the writer to self-correct. Comment on any further word choices and expressions that may not be awkward but are not as clear or direct as they could be. Point out any problems with cohesive device within an English paragraph. If appropriate, comment on documentation, citation of source evidence and other support. And finally, comment on the adequacy and strength of the conclusion. Thank you, that's all for our group. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.